It's that time again. Time for Mishnah. Wait, what? This isn't Mishnah? So no, this is not my Mishnah. This is in fact a Tu B'shvat Haggadah. As I mentioned in my last video, tomorrow is the holiday of Tu B'shvat, the holiday dedicated to the trees. And there's a Jewish tradition on Tu B'shvat to have a Tu B'shvat Seder. We eat, sing songs, learn about Tu B'shvat, and it's all just great fun. Now my mother's a kindergarten teacher, so my family celebrates Tu B'shvat by reading through the kindergarten Tu B'shvat Haggadah. This is my mom's Tu B'shvat Haggadah, a book that helps guide you through the Tu B'shvat Seder. Now I thought it would be fun to go through the entire Haggadah with you right now. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take you through the entire Haggadah as quickly as possible right now. And go. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. The first cup of wine. Just like on Passover, during the Tu B'shvat Seder, we drink 4 cups of wine or grape juice. The first cup of wine is entirely white wine or grape juice, reminding us of winter when nature is asleep. Hashkediya porachat, hashemesh pasarachat. Tu B'shvat Hagiya, Chag La'ilanot. Tu B'shvat Hagiya, Chag La'ilanot. We ask 4 questions. Why today do we have a new year just for trees? Since the Beit HaMikdash, the temple, was destroyed, the Jewish people could no longer bring the offering of the first fruits to Jerusalem. On Tu B'shvat, we offer the fruit of our lips to praise God for all the fruit trees in the world. And now the story of Chani. There once was a man named Chani. One day, Chani saw an old man planting a carob tree. He laughed and said, "Foolish old man, you'll never get to see the fruit of those trees." Still laughing, Chani decided to take a little nap. He awoke 70 years later and was surprised to see a full-grown carob tree standing where the little tree had been before. There was an old man picking its fruit. "Are you the man that planted the tree?" said Chani. "No," laughed the man. "My grandfather planted it for me." Chani learned that it's important to plant trees, not for ourselves, but for future generations. We eat our first fruit of the Seder. This fruit has a shell that cannot be eaten. I chose a clementine. That's really good. I think that I shall never see a poem as lovely as a tree that looks at God all day and lifts her leafy arms to pray. Poems are made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree. The second cup is darker. We pour a bit of red into the white. In Israel, as spring approaches, the sun's rays begin to thaw the frozen earth. Gradually, the land changes its colors from white to red as pink and white flowers appear in the mountains. Eretz avat chalav chalav udvash. The second question. Why today do we especially eat fruits that grow in Israel? Since the rebirth of the land of Israel, Tu B'shvat has taken on a new meaning, and trees have become the symbol of rebuilding the land. Our second fruit has a pit that cannot be eaten. Avocado. The third cup is darker still. As summer arrives, the land of Israel becomes bright red. Tulips and red poppies bloom. The third question. On other days we take trees for granted. Why today do we think about conserving and sharing? Trees were so important that Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai taught, if you should be standing with a sapling in your hand when the Messiah arrives, first finish planting the tree, then go greet the Messiah. If a tree could talk, what would it say? You can lie under me for one whole day. A squirrel needs a home and a place to play. Don't chop me down, just walk away. If a tree could talk, what would it say? If a tree could talk, what would it say? Now we eat fruits that are edible inside and out. Blackberries. Our fourth cup is all red. Summer ends, the trees are filled with blossoming flowers, and the crops are growing tall as we reach autumn, the season of the harvest. Let's dig a hole and plant a seed. Let's water it, oh, let's water it, 'cause it's Tu B'shvat. The fourth and final question. Why on a cold and wintry day do we talk about spring planting? In Israel, Tu B'shvat has become a day for planting trees. Children go out into the fields and plant saplings. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Thank you very much everybody for taking part in my Tu B'shvat Seder. I really hope you had fun. If you really like this video, you can subscribe. It would very much so make my Tu B'shvat. Before I go, I just have one more thing to say. L'shana haba b'Yerushalayim, L'shana haba b'Yerushalayim. Next year in Jerusalem. Happy Tu B'shvat.